today. Today is a part two of moving. I know it's so difficult and overwhelming at times when you're thinking about moving or going over what you want, don't you want, what you want to keep, what you want to give away, etc. Today is going to be that part two that we did not discuss in part one. You will need to get estimates from a moving company because they all do vary. I mean, some will are big rigs where they'll put two or three homes in one truck, or there's just specific type moving companies that only will do a special care type where they'll take just your home in their truck and they do, all kinds of wrapping and they've got blankets and, they take that extra care. So they'll perhaps charge a bit more, but do get several type of moving companies out and get different prices because it's your money and we want you to be smart when it comes to moving your precious items because that's why it's called precious cargo. So please keep that in mind. It's your belongings. Let's take extra care. And if you have to pay a little extra money, it will be well worth it. When moving, make sure you have a shut-off date for your water and power. Make sure you let your gardeners know. Make sure your cleaning girl knows. Everybody has to be informed of your moving date. And that's pretty crucial too, because you have X amount of monies that you have to pay for your water and power. And there's thank you that you need to go out to your gardeners or your cleaning girl or the people that you've known that they've come and your handyman. So let's just be cautious and let's think about that. I know you're going, oh my gosh, like how can I think about that when I'm thinking about it is like a 101 reasons that you've got because your mind is just so preoccupied. So it's crucial, and yes, it's important. And then you need a date for your water and power for your new home because now you have that change of address. And what's really important, you do have to make a list on these things that you do have to go in and take care of because it's responsibilities that have to get done. You don't want to still have your water and power on at your place that you just sold. You're not even there. So let's get real and let's get, down to business and be responsible. Now, when you go to these water and power places, you will need several different stating that you live there. Let's see your driver's license. There's other things that you will have to bring in that state that you do live at that address. So please keep that in mind. Now, when you go for, let's say, registration, well, you better have your birth certificate, social security card, title of your car, driver's license, car insurance, and previous car registration. That is a must, and there's no getting out of that. And you do have to show if you're married, you have to bring in your marriage certificate. If you've been divorced, bring in that divorce certificate. This is items that you need to that new state that you're going to. Is the last state you were in, obviously, you weren't happy. And there's states like Florida. I love Florida. Let's put that aside. I think you all know that by now from my previous videos. Make sure your car, for when you're traveling, make sure you have that mechanic that you've had for, umpteen years or however long you lived in that state that you're moving from will do the proper car care because, you want to make sure you can make it, 100 miles or 3,000 miles. You want to make sure that your vehicle, that investment, is going to make it to your happy destination. Okay, let's see. Bring all your vet records from your pets or pet that you have so that when you go to your new pet veterinarian, you're in order, you're well organized, and it's easier for them to know about their records and their shots. And, you know, it's crucial. So, those are your children. Please have those records updated. And, your pets will love your new home too. Keep in mind when you have to take that time off from work. So, obviously, you do have to put in and go and talk to your manager, supervisor, your boss, or the person who is the owner of whatever business you're happen to be employed by. That I'll be leaving, 4 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now, or a week from now, and I'm moving. So hopefully, my new place of employment will more than likely call you to find out what type of worker, if I'm a good employee, should they hire me. So keep that in mind and, just make sure your boss is aware that you're moving and that they may get a phone call. And hopefully you were a good worker. Like, because a lot of places will more or less, so many words nowadays, like don't even consider hiring that person. So you do want to have a really good resume because that's what I did. I had my resume and went and was hired like the next day. Left a phone number. He called me. I went in and was hired the next day. Sat down, wanted to get to know a little bit about me, and I wanted to get to know about him and what is he like, and are our personalities going to click or are they going to clash? So that's important too. Keep these things in mind because when you move to your new place, there's a lot to consider. And I'm not saying it's an easy process. It isn't. There's, ups and downs and there's getting to know the new streets and highways versus freeways and time change and your neighbors, and there's a lot, but it will all be good. Trust me. Keep in mind to take your time and unpacking because pretty much you visualize your home and where furniture is going to go when it arrives, and usually the moving people are terrific. They'll come in, they'll assess your new home, and they'll tell you, this certain piece is coming out, and where do you think you might, because you're back and forth down at the truck, up at your home. This is the next big piece. Where are you going to want this? And then bedroom one, two, or bedroom number four. Okay. And it's exciting. Really, it is to move into your new place of residence. It's just wow. I mean, it was for me. I was super excited and very happy. I mean, from the moment I stepped into my new home and seeing the process of where furniture was going, and I mean, it was wonderful. It was really, really great. And keep in mind that there are people like your neighbors, so your new neighbors will come over and they'll say, "Hi, oh my gosh, I'm so and so. It's so nice to meet you." And if you need anything, let me know. And it was really good. My neighbors are terrific, and your neighbors more than likely will be too. And I think that's pretty much the end, right? I don't feel like I rushed too much through, but I don't want to take up too much time. And these are just ideas for you to when you're getting to that point of moving, that these are some things that you're going to need to write down and enjoy your new home. And again, when you're moving, or if you're moving, congratulations, because you've got a whole lot to look forward to. I just want to say thank you so much. And hey, enjoy that great day you're planning on having. Thank you, and hey, bye bye, everyone.